Carlos, what do you feel is missing most from this team during this rough stretch right now?
What are we missing?
What do you feel is missing most?
Yeah, look, we're going through it right now. I think it's a little bit of everything, whether it's starting pitcher, not going deep in games for the most part. We got a couple of games where the bullpen, inning like today, an inning like the first game in Atlanta, offensively, we're having a hard time scoring. So I think right now, every area, we're fighting through it, So it's hard. But we got to continue to fight. We got to continue to grind and get through it and find a way.
How do you compare this start of Tidwell's to his first?
A lot better, obviously. I thought the fastball, hot life. I thought the cutter, shorter slider to go with the sweeper today was a lot better as well. Obviously, on that fourth inning, left a pitch up to Real Muto. And then, we knew we were going to keep him somewhere around that pitch count with him going 66, and then I think it was 70 the last two outings and going on regular rest for his second time. So we knew he was reaching there. But overall, compared to that last outing in St. Louis, a lot better. Obviously, aggressive in the zone.
With what your pitching staff has been going through, was there any temptation to try to push him there, even though it was a tough spot?
No, not with him. Because, like I said, when you look at his last outing, he threw 66 pitches. They won before that one only 70. And with him going in regular rest, we knew he was somewhere around that number. So once we got the lefty there, the matchup we wanted, just couldn't get it done here.
You've leaked on Reed Garrett really all year. Is he starting to tire a little bit here?
I don't think so. I thought, the leadoff double is more of execution there. The pitcher stay in the middle of the plate. Then I thought he was a good sweeper to Turner to put the ball in play. I thought the ball that pitch around Schwarber there, trying to get a ground ball, and I thought Bond hit a sinker that he was out of the strike zone. So I feel like stuff is there. He's just, with the way everything's going right now, it seems like every ball finds a hole, but he feels good, and we want to continue to lean on him.
What do you see with most of your team offensively right now, as far as the at-bats?
Yeah, I feel like the chase is one of the things that we've been doing as of late, especially with runners in scoring position or whenever they get ahead. We're missing up our pitches early in the count, and then they're making us chase. So I feel like, as a whole, we're doing that.
Back to the pitching for a second. In addition to being really good early, you guys had a lot of continuity with the staff. How difficult is it now with a lot of shuttling guys in and out just to kind of make it work?
Yeah, but lost a couple of starters quickly. Kranich goes down. So I think everything is happening at the same time. And then some of the starters, not fully built up or not providing length. And then, that shuttle, like the way we call it, the guys going up and down. Is part of it, and we got to continue to grind through it, like I said. And, guys will come up and they'll step up.
You guys went through a few significant rough patches last year. Is there anything that you can learn from that period of time that you could somehow translate to this year?
Definitely, you can always learn, I have a lot of good players there, a lot of veterans, guys that have been through it before, and we're confident that we'll get through it, We got to take it one day at a time, not trying to do too much. Come back tomorrow, try to get a win. And we will, that's too good of a team right there. And just understanding that we're going through a rough stretch right now, and we got to continue to fight.
What are you seeing from Lindor's at-bats right now?
Yeah, I feel like the chase, especially today, felt like he wasn't seeing the ball of Wheeler, swinging pitches out of the strike zone. And, that's when he's at his best, obviously he controls the strike zone and he doesn't miss pitches. Right now, I feel like he's going outside of the strike zone.
Carlos, when you say every area, how are you feeling just about the overall, attention to detail, focus, that kind of thing during this stretch?
Well, I think the attention to detail, obviously we had, a couple of errors that series in Atlanta, but I think when you're going through it, obviously, sometimes it gets hard. But as far as like the details, I feel like, we will continue to, look for ways to improve and things like that. But, like I said, we got to keep fighting.